Hey, what's going on, y'all? Lincoln Enfield here, Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine. And it is Monday, December 30th, and this is New Magazine Monday. We all made it almost, right? There's still what one of my buddies likes to call rookie night coming up, which is tomorrow night. But we'll get to that. But we've almost made it all the way to January. But the Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine is always out before the first full weekend of the month. Hey, man, sometimes that's the 28th. Sometimes that's the second. Never been on time a day in my life. But the deal is the January magazine is out and ready. So we're going to talk about that. We've also got upcoming events. Now, for those of you that are on the email list, everything like that, I've sent that stuff out. Looking at Instagram over here, we are sold out of vendor spots for the bike show. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But for those of you who aren't already on the email and text list for the updates and for the events and for everything like that, man, there's still time to sign up for that. And I'm going to drop this link into the comments. Sorry, you guys that are on Instagram, man, I appreciate you tuning in, but the links don't work over there. So Facebook, YouTube, there's the link for that stuff. Otherwise, you just got to go to fullthrottlemagazine.com. On our homepage, scroll down till you see the subscribe button. It's going to look a lot like this. After it comes up, don't mind that kiss thing right there. But I was listening to that earlier today. But let's see. I'm going to go like this. So it'll look a lot like that. Fill that stuff in. And what that'll do is it'll put you in our text and email blast. You can actually only do the email, but if you're going to do text, you click on this, we will need the email as well. Go ahead and do that, and that way we'll send you any update in events, any breaking news. You'll know about when the magazine's coming out. You'll know about our big events. Text or email, man, is the best way to get last minute things. If you want the up-to-date stuff, man, you just got to pick up the magazine. And that's how you'll do that. But if you're looking for that last minute stuff, then that is the best way to do it. Let's go ahead and talk about this here magazine. Let's see. We've got the January 2025 issue hot off the press over here in the office today. Issue number 318 features the 23rd annual Outer Banks Bike Week, which will be in April 19th through 27th, 2025. In Harbinger, North Carolina. It is hosted by our friends at Outer Banks Harley Davidson. Now, look, man, this is a great event. This is a great getaway event, man. This is one of those ones. The Outer Banks, man, it was built for relaxation, and that's what this is, man. Ride your bike up and down the coast, have some fine dining, check out natural beaches, and there's also bars and bike shops along the way there in on the rally, man. They've got all kinds of cool stuff. And the coolest thing about this, I'm going to take this down for a second, make sure I've got a copy in office. This is a unique issue because it is a front and back cover. Check this out, guys. This doesn't happen often, basically, because Outer Banks has the back cover as well. So whenever they have the front cover, they've got the back cover too, man. So this is a really cool kind of deal. That's why it looks like this on the front. You kind of go like, what the hell is this over here? Well, that's because we have to make you look at the back too. It's got some extra information on it, man. Really, really cool issue, man. I dig working with these people. But there it is, man. Lots of cool stuff in this magazine. This is what we call the Toy Run edition, because anything that goes into this issue is from November 15th to December 15th, which is largely toy runs. So, we've got some cruise encounter stuff going on here, January through April, of course. The big announcements for the upcoming February 1st Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine custom bike show in the Greensboro Coliseum. But then, man, toy run articles. And this is really a testament to you bikers in the Carolinas and all the great stuff that you guys did over the holiday, making sure that nobody went without, or at least as many people as we could help did not go without on Christmas Day. It's a big deal. But there's a lot of that stuff in this issue. Always a cool centerfold for my friends at Carolina's Biker Lawyers. Just page after page, man. Another 56 pages of glory that we put out here for you guys. Make sure you go pick a copy up at your local biker-friendly business Or if you are so inclined, you can read the entire magazine on our website, but that won't be up until January 1st. So don't go looking for it now. And also make sure you check out the people and places, see if you're in there. Like I said, Daytona's right around the corner, and they want to make sure you know, and there they are in the magazine, because it's a big deal. But man, oh man, what a beautiful magazine. Like I said, we've got the magazines in shop right now. I just sent Lucas, my brother, off, and he does the Raleigh-Durham run tomorrow. I'll be heading west and south tomorrow. It's a big loop, and then we'll do the coastal region we're going to skip New Year's Day, of course, and do the coastal region on Thursday and Friday. But man, get out there and get your magazine. Read up on it. Make sure you get all this, because there's also all kinds of good deals in there. Again, man, the advertisers in the magazine are putting deals out there for you to pick up. Spend some of that Christmas cash, man, or at least get something that you wanted that you didn't get on yourself, man, and do that stuff. Now, like I said, if you were part of the text blast, if you had last month's magazine, you already know the events that are coming up, and a couple little things trickle in. But otherwise, man, we need to get down to business and talk about this weekend's events. Let's see. Actually, that's what that was. That's what that link is. Never mind that. And look at that, man. Widowmaker CDR joined us. Hey, Hank, man, what's going on? He's on Instagram over there. You can't see it, but I got to get with you, man. I definitely want to get the pictures made of the Monster M8, man. We've been talking about this thing for like 3 years now, and I definitely want to get that going. Honestly, man, other folks, man, if you got a killer bike, man, maybe you want to get it featured in the magazine, I'll consider it, but it better be good. Send me some emails, man. Shoot me some pictures of your bike, man. If you got a cool story with it, let me know. Looking to make some updates in the magazine for 2025, and one of them is more motorcycle features. So make sure you check that out. All right, let's talk about this weekend's events. This stuff went out on Wednesday. Actually, earlier than that, I guess it went out on the 26th. I don't know, man. You know how it is. It's one of those weeks, man, where like, I took some time off to be with the family and do stuff like that, and shit, man, I'm still emptying the email box and all kinds of stuff. So these events are from December 28th through January 4th. Obviously, we don't need the stuff from 28th, so we're gonna scroll right by them. Okay, all right, here we go. So New Year's Eve and New Year's Day stuff, and now a lot of this stuff comes trickling afterwards because nobody's thinking about this stuff until right after Christmas. But so there's some more stuff to this, but this is what we've got right now. Tuesday, December 31st, which is tomorrow, and it is New Year's Eve. We got a New Year's Eve party at Springer's in Greensboro, North Carolina. They've got live music, and it looks like it's going to be from Southern Reload. Great dance floor over at Springer's. Good big bar, man. Make sure you get over there and hang out with them on New Year's Eve party. And then, of course, if you look at that ad, man, we'll get this here in a minute too, but they're going to have a New Year's Day ride as well. Hey, man, there's gold pool tables you can sleep on in there too if you want to go both of them without leaving. But you got to check with Jeff on that one. New Year's Eve parties. We got Double D Burnout Saloon in Kernersville, North Carolina. They're also having live music. They're also having a champagne toast at midnight. So make sure you check it out. Double D Burnout Saloon in Kernersville, North Carolina. And here's a twofer right here for you Winstonites. You got a noon Year's Eve party and a New Year's Eve party going on at Pine Tree Tavern in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. They got the New Year's Eve for the day drinkers, man. So at noon, they're going to celebrate the new year. All kinds of toasts, all kinds of good stuff. Plus, on top of that, they have a hell of a good kitchen. So make sure you check them out there. And then for the nighttime, folks, New Year's Eve party will start at 9 p.m. with live music, food, and drink specials, all at Pine Tree Tavern. You're going to see that ad come up again because they've got a party going on January 4th. Mountaineer Tavern in Kings Mountain, North Carolina is having their New Year's Eve party, and they're having Soul Watt play that night, 9 p.m. live at the Mountaineer. Make sure you check them out. Like I said, that is Kings Mountain, the Mountaineer Tavern. Make sure you check them out. Big Daddy's Roadhouse is having their New Year's Eve party in Fuquay Arena. It's going to start at 7 p.m. They got a DJ. They got 80s music. They got karaoke all night long. Sounds like a party for sure. Make sure you get out there and check out Big Daddy's Roadhouse right there. And look, we got some folks on here. Blake Allen, what's up, man? Hey, man, I saw you register your bike the other day. I appreciate it. I haven't gotten through all those registrations over the weekend, man, but we will get you in there. Appreciate that. Always good to see you on here. And also Stephanie Hans, she's the weenie bike queen of Gaston County, and she's on here doing her thing. She is also the manager at Spartan Motor Company in the big city of Spartanburg, South Carolina. Appreciate you joining me on here. Always good to see you. Back to some events. Then we got Wednesday, January 1st, which is New Year's Day. Make sure you eat your pork and sauerkraut. A couple of them black-eyed peas, man, because we got to get as many coins and dollars in our pockets for the next year. Springer's having their New Year's Day ride. It's going to leave out at 1 p.m. Now that is sensible. That's what I'm talking about right there. We know we are up way past midnight. Let's not start this crap at 10 o'clock in the morning going for a ride, man. 1 p.m. 1 p.m. is reasonable. You know, I was telling Mari at Tobacco Road, if you never, My Turn Moto is her page on TikTok and YouTube and all that stuff, man. We were talking about, like, you know, the majority of the Harley guys, man, you can't do stuff that early in the morning, which she reminded me that she'd gotten up and ridden that morning. But the woman puts on miles. But 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, that's crazy, guys. 7 a.m. That's when the Gold Wingers get out there, and bless their heart, man, they've already put on 300 miles by the time we're getting out of bed. But 1 p.m. right here, Springers is the deal. Let's see. Yep, that's right. Look at this. We got a little rivalry going on here, and for once now, look, for once the guys actually out chugged the girls. And I'll have to give it to you now, Blake. I know Blake had a few beers. I'm not sure how many beers he had to drink that night. But Stephanie chugged like 12 beers that night to be the ladies chugging champion at Mayhem in Midway. And she did a hell of a job. Blake did all right. I saw him stumbling around later on that night. And by the way, that was the last Mayhem in Midway ever, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. So let's see. Let's get back to events. Let's see. We've also got the Brass Nuts Ride, which is a CVMA 15-1 sanctioned event. It's going to leave out of the VFW Post 670 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Registration is at 9 a.m. Kickstands up at 11:30 a.m. Those guys, they didn't get the memo. Well, military guys, man, they're used to this kind of stuff, man. So good for them. That's going to be a great event, man. And if you're in the area or want to go on a great New Year's Day ride, that's going to be it. So get to that. This is a cold weather challenge ride, which is supposed to be in the 50s, so it won't be too bad. Chili cook-off, live music, tattoo artist, cigar boutique, all kinds of great stuff, man. That is going to be a great event. So make sure you check this out. The Brass Nuts Ride, leaving out of the VFW Post in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Good times to be had. The annual Old 87 New Year's Ride will start out of American Legion Post 87 in High Point, North Carolina. Kickstands up at 1 p.m. Them boys know what they're doing. So you can check that out. And then there's Crazy's Ride. I wasn't sure it was going to go on because I didn't see anything about this ride until about halfway through December, right? 17th annual New Year's Day ride. Now, new location of the starting point is going to be at Pine Tree Tavern this year. Kickstands up at 12:30 p.m. for that, rain or shine, because we've done it in the damn rain, haven't we? Let's see. It's a canned food drive as well. So bring canned food. That is the admission for this, and they'll be giving that out to the local needy. The food banks and stuff like that. So make sure you check that out and get on that, man. This is a good little ride, not a long ride, anything like that. Going from Pine Tree to Second and Green to the old watering hole. So we can do that. Let's see here. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll think about it. Every year we got done with Mayhem, I said it was the last one, and I really, really meant it this time. 4 years, man. 4 years, and it was a great event. Don't get me wrong, man. It was great every single time, but sometimes things just come to an end. So that's just the way it goes. But we'll see. Look, I've got to get through this bike show in January before I even consider doing anything. We've got some new directions we're going to go with the magazine that they're going to take a lot of my attention. So I'm really, it's like a rebuilding year for us here at the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine, man. Good bones. Everything's going to stay like relatively the same, but we're going to tweak some things in some of our systems and do some stuff like that. So why should we believe you now? Because I said it, and this is on Facebook. So, I mean, of course you believe me. It's on Facebook. Any talks on replacing it? Old Morton's Garage, my boy over there. I don't know if we're going to replace it or not. I don't know if we're going to replace it. Like I said, I can't think about it right now. I've got to get through this bike show and through these events too. Let's get through these events before we talk any more about it. Let's see. New Year's Day ride, 2 starting locations, and this is Tin Man, Highway Dre, and T-Rock's New Year's Day ride. It's going to be a big time. They got 2 starting locations because it's so damn big. They're going to start at the Shell Station in Rocky Mount, North Carolina at 9 a.m. They're also going to start at the Wawa in Wilson, North Carolina. That's right down there by you, Blake, man. You might have somewhere to ride this weekend. In Wilson, North Carolina at 9:30 a.m. There's going to be a cash bar and food available at the end, man. It's going to be a great time. This is a big time ride. These guys do this stuff, and it is a good deal. So make sure you check them out at either one of the locations, man. Get on it and have some fun. And then that's Saturday. Oh, okay, good. It's freaking me out, man. These dates are freaking me out. The middle of the week events, and I'm sitting there like, Saturday? We're only to Saturday? We've been talking about, but this is really Saturday. All those events were tomorrow and Wednesday. Now we're talking about Saturday. Pine Tree Tavern's Joe Smith Day. If you've never met the legendary Joe Smith, this is your chance. Or any other day at Pine Tree or Willie's, because he haunts these places all the time. But hell of a guy. Legendary Joe Smith. This is a celebration of his birthday, his 84th birthday, man. Come hear some of the stories. This is a living legend in our area. They'll also have live music all day. Again, Pine Tree Tavern, great food, good bar, man, great people. So make sure you check that out. I'll be there, man. Got to go by and shake Joe's hand, man. Make sure to see him as many times as possible, man. Hell of a nice guy. Plus, we did an interview with him a few years ago. If you want to look it on our YouTube channel and check some of that out. He was riding around here in Winston-Salem before there was paved roads, man. So good stuff there. Also, Cox's Harley-Davidson, Asheboro, North Carolina is going to have their New Year's balloon pop event, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pop a balloon and check out to see what's inside, plus hot dogs, which is really why I put this on here, because I was like, man, maybe I'll stop by and have some hot dogs. Free drinks as well, so make sure you check that out. Cox's Harley-Davidson, Asheboro, North Carolina. Also Saturday, the 7th annual Mickey Sigler, that doesn't seem right. It seems like they've done more of that. 7th annual Mickey Sigler Memorial Polar Bear Run is going to start at the Country Kitchen in Dallas, North Carolina. First bike out at 10:30 a.m. Dice hands for CBA members are a little bit less expensive than regular folk. But they have them for both, and when you buy them as a non-member, you also get a CBA membership. Very, very cool. Look at that. Hey, I gotta stop here. Look at this. This is a big deal right here. Ray's Moto Life. Now, I met this fella at the Smokeout, not this year, but the year before, man. We were set up beside each other. Hell of a guy. He gives me a couple stickers, says, hey, man, I do a YouTube channel. One of the best YouTube channels is what he left out of there, man. Hell of a guy, man. Cool folks to hang out with. Plus, got a great YouTube channel. I've put off being on there every time we talk about it. I'm busy and stuff like that, but still want to get on there. Ray's Moto Life. If you are on YouTube, man, make sure you skip over there and give him a follow. Always good to see him on here, man. Appreciate you, man. Enjoy the channel. Thanks for stopping by, man, for sure. Back to Mickey Sigler here. Let's see. Let's the best and worst hands raffle prizes 50-50 benefits to CBA and charitable and legislative work in North Carolina and Gaston County. Always getting behind our CBA folks. Those are the guys that go out and talk to the lobbyists, pay the lobbyists, everything like that to make sure that we get motorcycle-friendly legislation, which you guys might not, consider to be something that happens all the time. But did you know that motorcycles, the current speaking, aren't allowed in some parking garages that are tax paid? That's crazy. What about the helmet law? I haven't forgotten about the helmet law. Every biker should have the right to decide whether it's wearing a helmet or not wearing a helmet, which if you want to wear a helmet, hey, man, I'm not saying you don't have to. I'm saying It should be your choice as an adult, and that's all I'm saying. Next thing you're gonna say is you can't wear those fancy bedazzled jeans that you want to wear because there's some kind of health risk to them. And once you let them take these things away, man, is harder to get rights back than it is to stop them from taking them. And that's what the CBA is all about, man. So make sure you get with them anytime you see them have an event. Have a good time with that. Now, back to events. New Year's Kickstart Shop, Sip, and Jam is going to be at Tobacco Road Harley-Davidson on January 4th, which is a Saturday. So make sure you check that out. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. live music, warm drinks, better than hot drinks, I'm guessing. Hidden surprises and all kinds of stuff. Hey, CBA like trippy. No, well, look, man, that's just a whole different thing. Take it easy. Take it easy. And yes, I agree. Steph, I agree. But there's people that want to, and they shouldn't be banned. No, they shouldn't be banned. You should make the conscious choice to not wear bedazzled pants, but you should have that right. I don't like it when people sag, but it shouldn't be like, it shouldn't be a law. That's wrong, man. Next thing you know, they tell you can't wear hats backwards, and I won't be able to take pictures because every time I put my hat on like this and the flash pops up, it's a long story. But Tobacco Road, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Their Shop, Sip, and Jam event going on Saturday, January 4th, and good times to be had there. Fort Bragg Harley-Davidson has their crafty Christmas present exchange, and now this is probably one of the best ideas I've heard of in a long time. Now, this is a good thing, man. Stop by there, see what the crafty Christmas present exchange is all about, and while you're there, they've got 0.01 APR financing on select new Harley-Davidson models, which you should check out. You should really do that. And if you're on the link and you want to see more events, all you got to do is click right there, and guess what? See if it works. It does. It goes to our cruising calendar on our website, which has stuff that goes all the way through April to shit. There's even a November event on there. Look at that. That's crazy, right? But this is what we do. We do all the work so that you don't have to. Don't go searching around for anything. Don't miss any events. Just subscribe to the Carolinas Full Throttle magazine, email blast, text blast, pick up the magazine. Make sure you've got it in your back pocket so you don't miss out on anything. That's what we do. Now, speaking about events, let's talk about the biggest event going on in the Carolinas in 2025. That is the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine Custom Bike Show on February 1st inside the Greensboro Complex, which is the Greensboro Coliseum Complex. They just renamed it like a month ago. All right. Same place as last year, same room as last year. Some changes to last year, man. We've added some bike show classes. We've got the Parowitz is coming. Jody and Dave Parowitz from the Parowitz Cycle Fab will be coming in town. They do a awesome paint show, as in they select the best paint jobs in the bike show, and they give out 2 custom awards. Custom painted, man, hand painted stuff from Dave and Jody Parowitz is very, very cool. They do this bike show in Sturgis, they do it in Daytona, they do it in Laconia, they'll do it at Smokeout, and they're going to do one in Greensboro for you. So if you got a special shiny painted paint job on your motorcycle, you should bring it out. You should show it in the bike show in the first place, but you could also win a super stellar hand painted award from Parowitz Cycle Fab. Very, very, very cool. Now, we talked briefly about this because one of my buddies got on there and said something about being a vendor. We are completely sold out of vendor spots for this, so all 100 vendor spots have been bought. That's good news for people that are coming to the event. That is bad news for people that did not get their vendor spot. We've only been selling them since August, but the deal is, man, we've got 100 vendor spots filled up. We're looking for 200 custom bikes, and we're above 150. So if you want to get your bike registered for the bike show, you should do that. Now, where's the link for that? I don't know. Let me get over here on this. I'm gonna see if I can pull this up while I'm talking about. But here's the deal, guys. It is $20 to come into the bike show, right? To just walk through the doors, or it's $20 to register your bike, and you get a ticket to come in. But you also have a chance to win part of the $12,000 in cash prizes that will be given away that day. $12,000, among the 25 bike show classes. That does include 2 $1,000 Best in Show awards, one for modern bikes, one for antiques. It's going to be so cool. Let's see more. Let's see. I'm trying to do something here, guys. Bear with me. Copy link. All right. So if you're looking to enter your bike in the bike show, I am putting that link on Facebook and YouTube. Again, sorry, Instagram folks. I love you, but Instagram just doesn't do. I mean, I'll put it over there. Here, I'll put it over there, but it's not like you can click on the link there. But if you go to our website, fullthrottlemagazine.com, and click on the custom bike show link, it'll take you to this page. It'll say register your bike. You can click there and do that. All right, cool. But back to this 25 bike show classes. We can find a bike, a class that fits your bike. It'll be $400 per class given away, plus the $2,000 best in shows, plus $100 for the People's Choice, the Brother Award. We'll do that. We'll gotta have live music from Them Rockabilly and Matt Walsh and the Movers, two great bands. We had them last year. We're adding Matt Walsh to it because I was impressed at a event at Westside Twins in Statesville that I went to and loved his stuff. Right. We also have world famous Universal Customs paint pinstriping going to be on site doing some pinstriping. You know, if your bike's in the show, he's pinstriped a couple of those. I'm going to take him something to pinstripe. It's going to be great. He'll be set up. You can set up an appointment with him. He's only in Mount Airy, so you can chat with him about his stuff. We'll have instant portraits and a photo gallery by my friend Derek Sykes of In the Weeds Moto Photography. A great guy. Actually writes the Tiniest Tales from the Road article for the magazine from time to time. But good guy, been around for a long time. But we'll also have a tattoo booth. My brother, who runs Ink Lab Tattoo in Kernersville, North Carolina, will have him and two other artists set up doing some flash tattoos that day. If you want to get a tattoo while you're there, he'll have the flash that he's doing those tattoos. Go ahead and get in line, man, because they stay busy all day long. And they had to turn away people last year that came in late. So get there early. Get set up for your tattoo stuff, man, and make sure you get some cool tattoos while you hang out at the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine custom bike show. The hours on this thing, man, is 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. We'll give out the awards around 6 o'clock, something like that. But make sure you get there and have some fun, man. This is going to be a big deal. Like I said, 100 vendor booths. We're going to have at least 200 custom motorcycles there, live music, vendors, pinstriping, tattoos. They've got food and drink. I will say this, though, and this came up recently. The Coliseum has gotten – oh, here, look at this. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, only if I can pick that out. Only if I can pick that out. I'll pick out the Full Throttle tattoo for you guys. It might be phallic. I'm not sure. But I'll make sure it'll be a good one. Go on your neck or something like that. It'll be good. The Coliseum did go cashless. This is not a surprise, as a lot of the music venues and stuff like that recently have gone cashless. Not my choice, not my thing. I love paying in cash. But everybody has a debit card. Let's face it, you've got one, okay? And they're just trying to get their piece of the pie because they get more money from me whenever people use charge cards. So when you come to the Coliseum, make sure that you've got it. They usually do $5 for parking and it's $20 to get in. That will need to be done on the card. But the vendors, I guarantee you, will take cash. So if you have cash in your pocket, that's fine. Vendors will be there. I'm sure they'll be happy to take cash. We'll take cash. We'll have T-shirts there for the bike show. We'll take cash. So no worries there. But just wanted to give you guys that little heads up. Like I said, still plenty of time to get that bike registered, so go ahead and get that sent in, and that's what we've got going on. All right, so that's the deal, guys. That's what we've got going on in the Carolinas for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and the upcoming February 1st Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine custom bike show. It's gonna be good. Sure, you can get that tattooed on your forehead if you want to. Pops, that's no problem, man. We can do that. But that's the deal, guys. Now, look, if you're looking for a magazine, man, make sure you get out there this week. We'll be dropping off this super cool spread of January magazine across the Carolinas starting tomorrow. Go out there and get your copy, man. Make sure you check it out and register those bikes as soon as possible so we don't run out of room for those. There's only so much room inside the Coliseum, so if we run out of rooms for bikes, we'll have to cut that off too. But that's the deal, guys. I got to get out of here because I'm going to start my Winston-Salem deliveries and do some local stuff today. So that is it, man. That is 28 minutes of your life that you've completely wasted, but I do appreciate you wasting it with me. We'll see you out there on the road this New Year's Day, New Year's Eve stuff, man. Have fun out there. Take care of yourself, ride safe, and have fun. Talk to you later.